Merry Christmas. The best thing about One Piece is the power system. Hockey. Hockey and devil fruits. The coolest power system out of any anime. I've watched Naruto, Bleach, I've watched Mob Psycho 100, I've watched Hunter x Hunter. The only thing I haven't watched is Jujutsu Kaisen, but I'll watch it later. Because One Piece is better. I'm just focused on One Piece because of the power system. The coolest move in any anime is Conqueror's Haki. In One Piece, the ability to make your enemies faint based on your presence, based on your presence in that place. Rather than just making your presence known in that place, you instead are making your will known by being present in that place, which causes people around you in One Piece to notice you even when you're not noticing them. Right? Which is different from Bleach's Ryotsu, in which you make your presence known in that place and you know who is there noticing you, and they're noticing you as well. Right? So you're like a specter that knows everything about where you are and other people don't, but only people who can feel your spiritual pressure know about you, right? But in One Piece, everybody around knows about you, while you don't know anybody around, while you don't know them, right? In the location where you're at. In One Piece, that is the power system of will, the willpower. In One Piece of Haki. In general, anime has the concept of ki. Right, ki meaning spiritual energy, or chi. Right, there's Tai Chi, which is the energy fist, or the energy bound fist, in which you learn how to manipulate the energy in your body through a sequence of elixirs, through the communing with the Tao and with the elements. And so chi is a popular concept in Eastern media, because it's all about divine energy. In Japanese church, chi means blood. Right? So it's Yesu wo chi, or chi no Yesu Christo, or chi no Yesu Christo. So Jesus's blood in Japanese church is called chi. It's called his chi. Not in a New Age way, in the Christian way. So his lifeblood is called his chi. And so when you take like for example communion, and you take like the cup, that's the chi of Jesus, or the blood of Jesus. Right, in that way. So chi is not just a New Age or Taoist concept, but it's a general concept to relate to divine things. Right. So the blood, the lifeblood, is a type of divine energy. And it is chi, right? And so, in the same way, in One Piece, with a lot of Christian allegories, has this concept of haki. Dragon Ball has the concept of chi, or ki, and One Piece has the concept of haki, or hachi, right? Haki or hachi. The number 8 is a powerful number in the Bible as well, and hachi also means 8 in Japanese. So haki can also mean 8, or hachi. Haki or hachi means willpower, right? Or world energy, right? or ability. It can mean these things in Japanese as well. So imagine that haki is a great mystery in One Piece, because all of the great heroes and villains in the story have haki. The haki in One Piece is a staple for all the main characters and all the main villains. And so, because the show has a plot, the plot is very dense and very mysterious. The main characters are obviously going to be a part of the dense and mysterious plot, as well as the source of their ability, of what moves the plot. What moves the plot is the power of the character. That's why it's called a battle shonen, or power fantasy. Right? Power fantasy in which the power of the character moves the plot of the story. And so the power system is the most important part of the battle anime or the power fantasy, because it's what drives the plot of the narrative forward. Because if it's a power fantasy, then the plot is about power, or the plot is about the power system. So the power system is about the power, and the power is about the plot. And so the plot is, if the plot is about power, and the power is about the plot, that means that the power system matters in the anime. Why? Because the whole plot revolves around the power. Right? And so what happens in the anime about chi is that usually the whole allegory of the anime is about chi. Right? It's about chi, or about the lifeblood, or about war, or about peace, or about friendship, about blood bonds, right, or blood relationships, right, so, or sweating, or hard work. There's a whole anime called Dead Man Wonderland where the whole plot is about blood, right? So we have to be careful about the anime that we watch, because with wisdom you understand that anything that takes you away from God isn't useful. So you have to be careful of a lot of shows that talk too much about blood, or talk too much about organs or insides or things like that. But if you have enough faith, right, you can do anything, right? So watch anime in faith, especially One Piece. One Piece has a controversial plot about power, right? About power, and about the world, about the Antichrist, about God, about demons, about devil. Hence the term devil fruit, right? So the plot of One Piece is a lot about God and the devil, right? because the main power, the devil fruit, and the secondary power, Haki, which is the lifeblood, which is the blood energy, or the willpower, or dreams passed down from father to son, or from generation to generation, for example. So about blood, and about the devil, and about God. So pray. Pray before you watch One Piece, or before you watch Bleach, because Bleach is about ghosts and Grim Reapers and death and Shinigami. Right? And Dragon Ball is about fighting and the martial arts and yin yang and the Tao and magic. And so that's why we have to consume all of our content with wisdom. Moving forward, so the mystery of the power system in One Piece is all explained by the plot. If the most powerful characters are using conqueror's haki, right, in order to cause people to move, right, to cause people to kneel, or to shout, or to yell, or to faint, imagine how much more this power can be used to influence the world. A great example is when Shanks stops the war in Marineford, and he stops the war by colliding with Akainu, who's about to kill Kobe with his sword. So Akainu is about to magma punch Kobe in order to kill him, in order to get him out of the way, or to hurt him or harm him. And Shanks shows up suddenly and blocks Akainu's magma fist with a sword, with his sword, Griffin. And so what happens is the whole war ends as soon as Shanks blocks Akainu's fist. And so Akainu is the one who is perpetuating the war of the best, the summit war and the summit battle, and is coming against the next generation of pirates like Ace, like Luffy, like Sabo, like the Whitebeard pirates and his sons. And so comes against Kobe, his own Marine, or Garp's son, right? Garp is training Kobe, and Garp also trained Luffy, and so its manifestation, Garp is coming against the son of Dragon, right? In the same way. And so Akainu is coming against the son of Dragon, right? Or Akainu is coming against the son of Garp, right? Or Garp's pupil, or his star disciple, in the same way. And so he's coming against the next generation with a magma fist. So the whole war is about Kobe. The whole war is not about Ace, not about Luffy, not about Sabo, not about Whitebeard, not about Blackbeard, not about Emu. The whole war is about Kobe, for example. Because of Kobe's what? Conquers Haki. Because of his Haki. Because of his power. Because Kobe has natural power in order to lead people. That's why he joined Sword, an off-commission Black Ops unit in the Marines. Kainu goes after Kobe, and Shanks saves Kobe. So he's not saving just Kobe, but he's saving the next generation. With what? His sword arm. With his sword arm. Why? He gives his sword, right, to Whitebeard, for example. Loses his arm, says he bet it on the next generation. What does he tell Mihawk? Is that he was better when he had both arms, right? So that's his sword arm. Because he uses both arms to fight with the sword. He clashes with Whitebeard to stop Ace from confronting Blackbeard, which is what gets Ace caught in the first place, the Son of War. So what's happening is that Shanks is actually defending the next generation from Whitebeard at the same time, right? Because of the willpower. Why? Because they're both the old generation. So it's the old generation against the new generation. Right? Shanks, he blocks it, the attack from Akainu, from Kobe, saves Kobe, the next generation, in the same spirit and power that he challenges Whitebeard and Mihawk with the same sword arm. Which means that not only is he colliding with Akainu, but with Akainu's will, right? And so that means that this is the first Conqueror's Haki clash, besides the one that happens between Shanks and Whitebeard. Shanks is colliding with Conqueror's Haki, with Akainu, and then not another minute of the war is added. He stops the war immediately. So imagine a shockwave in which Shanks, he stops the war just with the block of a sword. Just with the parry of the block of a sword. He stops the whole war. Shanks with his Haki, with his Conqueror's Haki, stops the whole war. Now, how does anybody diff Shanks? Shanks solos every verse, no diff, right? Because he literally changes all of reality with his attacks. He's able to change your whole reality just by being present there. That's One Piece has the best power system. Why? Because it's so creative, and Oda's been working on it for so long. It's the longest running shonen battle manga. So it has the most fleshed out plot and the most powerful characters. There's no way to beat any One Piece character. Not even weak ones like Kobe. Kobe's still kind of weak. There's no way to solo Kobe or to no diff Kobe or to mid diff Kobe or Helmeppo or anybody like that, because they have Haki. And Haki is the most powerful power system in any battle. Just for this reason. Because Haki is what rules the world.